Let's take a few minutes and explain the reasons that we have seasons on Earth. The easiest way to explain it is RST, reason, season, tilt. The reason that we have seasons on Earth is because of the tilt of the Earth on its axis. So let's take a look at this model we have here. We have a globe, and we can see that it's tilted. And we have a light here, which is going to represent our sun. And the rays are going to come from the light towards Earth. Let's turn out the lights and see. So here we can see the light coming from the sun towards the earth. Now you can see the northern hemisphere is tipped away from the sun and the southern hemisphere is tipped towards the sun. And you can see that the angle that that light is striking the earth at is pretty different. In the northern hemisphere, if we were to measure that with a protractor, it looks about 27 degrees. So the northern hemisphere, we're looking at 27 degrees. Is how steep that angle is. Now, if we look at the southern hemisphere, we can see that it is about 75 degrees. So that's a pretty big difference, 75 degrees down here in the southern hemisphere. So what we're going to learn is that the more direct the sun's rays, the closer they are to the 90, the more intense the sun is going to be heating the earth. So right now, as the earth is, the southern hemisphere is being heated more intensely. So what season would that be? That would be summer. And the northern hemisphere, being tipped away, would be experiencing winter. So let's take a look at the earth as it revolves around the sun. We know it does that. It takes 365 days to revolve around the sun. And so right now, let's pay attention to the northern hemisphere in specific. So the U.S. is in the northern hemisphere, so that's where we're going to look. So here we have the northern hemisphere is tipped away from the sun. And as we just learned, when the northern hemisphere is tipped away, we're experiencing winter. So the earth continues to revolve around the sun. You can see at this point it's neither tipped towards or away from the sun. So it was winter, and now it's become spring. Because as we move around this way to over here, now it's tipped towards the sun. So the northern hemisphere is experiencing summer. It continues to move around, not tipped towards the sun or away from the sun. We're experiencing fall, and it moves back over here so that we're experiencing winter again. In summary, the reasons for the seasons is the tilt of the earth on its axis as it revolves around the sun. Remember, a revolution is 365 days or 1 year. When the northern hemisphere is experiencing winter, it is summer in the southern hemisphere. Crazy thing to think about is that in Australia, Christmas is a summer holiday. When we're experiencing winter in the northern hemisphere, they're experiencing summer in the southern hemisphere. The more direct rays heat the earth up during the summer. Remember, we looked back at this. These more direct rays during the summer, 75 degrees, heat up the earth faster than the 27 degrees in the winter, causing it to be tilting away, causing it to be winter here and summer here.